There's something I hear from so many folks over 60, something that might sound a little surprising at first. They say, "I've always been told walking is the best exercise, so I walk every day, but lately it just doesn't feel right." Maybe you felt that way too, like your knees ache more than they used to, or your energy dips faster, or even that walking just doesn't give you the same boost it once did. And here's the thing, walking is wonderful for most people, but it's not always the best choice for every senior. In fact, for some of us, too much walking can actually do more harm than good. That doesn't mean giving up on movement, far from it. It just means finding the right kind of movement for your body. So today, let's talk about 5 types of seniors who might want to walk less, not because movement isn't important, but because there are better, safer, and more effective ways to stay active and feel great. And don't worry, we'll also cover exactly what to do instead, so you can keep enjoying strength, flexibility, and energy without the strain. Now, the first type might hit close to home for a lot of us. If you've ever noticed your knees or hips protesting after a walk, maybe they feel stiff, achy, or even sharp with pain, you could be someone who's overloading your joints without realizing it. Walking is low impact, but it's still repetitive. And if you've got arthritis, old injuries, or just wear and tear over the years, those thousands of steps can add up to more irritation. Instead of pushing through the discomfort, try this. Swap some of your walking time for gentle, joint-friendly exercises like swimming, water aerobics, or even seated leg lifts. Water takes the pressure off your joints while still giving you a fantastic workout. And seated exercises let you strengthen your muscles without the pounding. You might be amazed at how much better you feel when you give your joints a break. The second type is for anyone who's ever felt winded or dizzy during a walk. Now, if that's happened to you, please don't ignore it. It could be a sign that your heart or lungs need a little extra support. Walking is great for cardiovascular health, but if you're dealing with conditions like COPD, heart disease, or even just low stamina, pushing yourself too hard can leave you exhausted instead of energized. So what's the alternative? Focus on shorter, more manageable movements that keep your heart happy without overdoing it. Try breaking your activity into small chunks. Maybe 5 minutes of leisurely pacing around your home every hour, or gentle chair-based exercises that keep your blood flowing without leaving you breathless. And always listen to your body. If something feels off, it's okay to slow down or stop. Now, before we move on to the next few types, I want to remind you, this isn't about giving up on staying active. It's about finding the smartest way to move so you can feel your best for years to come. And when we come back, we'll talk about 3 more seniors who might want to rethink their walking routine, plus the simple, enjoyable swaps that can make all the difference. You're doing great just by being here and learning how to take care of yourself. So let's keep going. Next, we'll talk about balance issues, fatigue, and one surprising reason why walking might not be serving you the way it used to. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. One of the biggest concerns I hear from seniors, especially as the years go by, is the fear of falling. And that's completely understandable. If you've ever felt a little unsteady on your feet, maybe even caught yourself wobbling after standing up or taking a step, then this next point is especially for you. Because here's the thing, if your balance isn't what it used to be, walking long distances, especially on uneven sidewalks or crowded paths, can actually increase your risk of a tumble. Now, that doesn't mean you should avoid walking altogether, but it does mean you might want to cut back on those long, solo strolls and focus instead on building stability in a safer way. So what's the solution? Try balance-specific exercises right at home, where you can hold onto a chair or counter if needed. Simple moves like standing on one foot just for a few seconds at a time, heel-to-toe walking along a hallway, or even seated leg extensions can work wonders for your coordination. And if you do walk, consider using a cane or walking poles for extra support. There's no shame in it, and it could save you from a nasty fall. Now let's talk about something else that doesn't get enough attention: sheer exhaustion. Maybe you used to love your daily walks, but these days, even a short trip around the block leaves you drained for hours. If that sounds familiar, you might be someone whose body just isn't recovering like it used to. Pushing through fatigue can actually make things worse, leaving you in a cycle of low energy and frustration. Instead of forcing yourself to walk when you're worn out, try restorative movement, Things like gentle yoga, tai chi, or even slow stretching while sitting in your favorite chair. These activities keep your muscles engaged without draining your energy reserves, and over time, they can even help rebuild your stamina. Think of it like recharging a battery. Sometimes, slowing down is the fastest way to get your strength back. And finally, let's talk about a group that often gets overlooked: seniors who don't enjoy walking. Now, I know what some folks might say. Walking is the easiest exercise. Just get out there and do it. But here's the truth. If you dread your daily walk, if it feels like a chore rather than something uplifting, you're far less likely to stick with it. And that's okay. Movement shouldn't feel like punishment. So if walking just isn't your thing, here's my advice. Find what you love. Maybe it's dancing to old tunes in your living room, gardening, or even playing with your grandkids at the park. The best exercise is the one you'll actually do. So don't force yourself into a routine that feels like a grind. Joyful movement counts just as much as steps on a pedometer. Now, I know we've covered a lot here: balance issues, fatigue, and the importance of enjoying how you move. But there's still one more type of senior who might need to walk less, and it's one that surprises a lot of people. When we come back, we'll talk about hidden health conditions that can make walking risky, plus the perfect alternatives to keep you strong and safe. You're doing something really important by taking the time to learn what's best for your body, not just following generic advice. And in the next part, we'll wrap this up with a final piece of the puzzle, so you can move forward with confidence. You know, sometimes the most important health advice isn't about doing more of something. It's about recognizing when our bodies are telling us to try something different. And that brings me to our fifth type of senior who might need to walk less. And honestly, this one catches many people by surprise. If you're dealing with certain chronic conditions like severe osteoporosis, uncontrolled high blood pressure, or advanced neuropathy, your usual walking routine might actually be working against you. Take osteoporosis, for example. While gentle movement is crucial for bone health, too much walking on hard surfaces can increase fracture risk if your bones have become fragile. Or if you have neuropathy where your feet feel numb, you might not notice blisters or small injuries that could lead to bigger problems. Now, this doesn't mean resigning yourself to a chair. What it does mean is getting strategic with your movement. For osteoporosis, focus on weight-bearing exercises that are safer than walking, like using an elliptical machine with its smooth, low-impact motion, or doing seated resistance band workouts that strengthen without jarring your bones. If balance is a concern, try water exercises where buoyancy protects you while still working your muscles. The key is maintaining activity while removing unnecessary risks. I want to share something about my neighbor, Margaret. At 78, she was determined to keep up her daily 2-mile walks despite worsening arthritis. When her doctor suggested cutting back, she felt like she was giving up. But then she discovered chair yoga and water aerobics. And within weeks, she had less pain, better mobility, and something she hadn't expected: more energy than she'd had in years. That's what I hope you take from this. Walking less doesn't mean moving less. It means moving smarter. Whether you're dealing with achy joints, balance concerns, fatigue, or specific health conditions, there's always a way to stay active that honors where your body is right now. So here's my challenge for you today. Pick one alternative we've talked about that feels right for you. Whether it's water exercises, chair yoga, resistance bands, or simply breaking activity into smaller chunks. And give it an honest try this week. You in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Until next time, here's to your health. May you find the perfect way to move that leaves you feeling energized and proud of yourself every single day. Take care, and keep listening to that wonderful body of yours. It's been with you a long time, and with the right care, it's got plenty more adventures ahead. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Aging Gracefully 60 Plus for more honest, practical advice on thriving in your golden years. Every week, we share simple ways to boost your energy, protect your health, and enjoy life to the fullest. Because getting older doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting wiser about how you move. Let me know in the comments. Have you tried any of these walking alternatives? What's worked best for you? Your experience could help another viewer just like you. And if you know someone who's pushing through pain to keep walking, share this video with them. It might be the nudge they need to try something new. Until next time, remember, Your best years aren't behind you. They're whatever years you decide to make them. See you in the next video.